Well, plus we know, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jean Blackwell Font. I am the Executive Director for Collaborative. Also the co-founder of Font Squared, an organization that does marketing with and for nonprofits. This program is part of our Studio to Success program, which creates possibilities for those in the arts industry to become professional, develop strong practices, become sustainable in the path that has meaning to them and to the world. The work we do is important. Um, I am thrilled to introduce Marianne Joffrey with Elevate X. She has been working with us on the collaborative side and doing remarkable things. And so I'm just really happy to share her knowledge and expertise with you. And as I mentioned, we're going to record the event. So those who weren't able to join us today will have the benefit of the wisdom that Marion is about to share. So I'm going to disappear and I'm going to hand it over to Marion. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean. Thank you for having me here. I'm gonna present my screen. So I'm Marian Joffrey. The founder of Elevate X is a marketing agency focused on helping nonprofits. And yeah, the idea is to be help helpful for everybody to reach as many people as we can, to help to support the events, to be volunteers, to promote, to give brand awareness to everybody to that wants to support your NGO and wants to, donate and help in any way they want to or can, or just assist one or two events. That's cool. Yeah, and the idea is to bring people together to common goals. And I'm gonna start my presentation. So here we go. Can you guys see my screen, right?
Yes, yes, we see.
Perfect. So yeah, the main idea of this meeting is to know how to manage your Google Ad grants, but we will start from the get-go, like how to apply, what does it take, um, what is it, what are the benefits, what are the goals and the KPIs that Google is request for people to keep the grant, because most people might be eligible, but you have to have certain um, requirements to keep on with your grant. Yeah, we're gonna show a little bit of data on collaborative, how we have been managing the account, how successful it can be, and how we can like mirror um, this scenario into the different NGOs and what we do as best practices so you guys can do it. Another strategy that we do is that because Collaborative is in Miami, we do run ads in English and Spanish because they have their website in both languages. So that's like a huge plus because a lot of people don't serve their Spanish audience, a Spanish speaking audience, and that's like a huge gap that we have heard of people that is not being seen and targeted for these type of events, and that's something generic that is happening across marketing agencies. Mainly they focus only on English, but now we know that the Hispanic people like is a big market and they're willing to support and donate and do things for others, and we will also want to show our ads for them too. And then finally, we will close this session with a Q&A. And also I will be sharing my personal calendar and we'll be giving you 1 hour of free consultation to make it up for rescheduling this session. Yeah, and here we go. So what is Google Grants and how to apply? Well, Google Grants is a program by Google that is given eligible nonprofit $10,000 per month in free Google ad spend. This means you can create your campaign and create ads to be seen on text, YouTube, display, in all Google platforms. The goal is to help nonprofits increase their visibility, attract donors, recruit volunteers, promote the programs, events, without actually spending their own money into ads. So that's the benefit that Google's provide. Um, the ads appear on the Google search like regular text. They also you can do YouTube videos ads and also display ad, which are the regular images. Here at the bottom of my presentation, I have the link where you can apply. Um, and I will be sharing this presentation so you have it. But yeah, the idea is once you click in, um, if you have all your paperwork and you have um, your NGO already running, kind of like as a business, you are pretty much eligible. Um, First thing you gotta do is to register on that link, verify through their platform, which is TechSoup. Then you get approved within 1 week. When I did this process with Jean, it took like a week or less, and you get the green light, and they give you like workspace, YouTube ad grants, and you get activated for Google Grants. Then they give you a training video on how to manage it and the basics. And then you have to set up your first campaign, and that's what we're gonna cover today: how to set up the campaign, which following the best practice and reaching as many people as you can. Then lastly is submitting for review. Google approves and activates your campaign to grant you the $10,000 grant. So the main KPI for Google is to have a minimum of click-through rate of 5%. The click-through rate is how much people it means how much people cares and clicks on your ad, uh, which is the main metric for Google because they want to make sure that you are relevant, that the message that you're giving to people is relevant for them, and that's how they measure it. It's like once you have created the campaign and have stabilized it, it's really easy. I think we are like in 20% with collaborative and click-through rate. We're very high above of the minimum. And what we did is create like three different type of campaigns. We have one for events where we are promoting the events that are going on in Miami, like Wine and Sip, like Art Gallery Studios, any event that Collaborative is hosting, we are promoting it on one campaign that is just for that and is send you to the main event page. Then we have a national donator campaign, which is targeting nationwide donors who wants to, give a donation, buy the merchandise that has been sold in the website, or participate in online events. That's what we do with the national donator campaign. And then we have the local donator campaign, which is where the ads are more uh, focus oriented to like help your community. It's like a different messaging that just a nationwide campaign, and that's why we separated. And the idea is like help your local community, like support, show up, like uh, if you want to be a volunteer or you need hours, like you can show up here and sign here, and we would take them in from point A to B easily. And I think one of this one of the nicest thing we did last year, it was by the end of the year, I think. Jane, correct me if I'm wrong, when you did the Miami Dade um, fundraise. by the end of the year, you were able to reach like think that double that you did on 2024, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's correct. Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, and for that time we run a specific campaign promoting the donation, sending people to a specific landing page, and I think that support a lot because it was easy for them to find collaborative or to find an actual like NGO that they care about and wanted to support, and I think that was like the main thing that did make the difference. And yeah, also we're gonna talk yeah, the different things on how to do it, and yeah, the best practices that I will recommend. Yeah, we will start by saying we will have a campaign per goal. For example, like I said, one for donors, one for volunteers, one for programs. When we have Miami Day, that was one specific campaign to create because the keyword changed by interest. It's not the same interest for someone who wants to go to an event that someone who wants to donate, and that's why we send the traffic to different landing pages and also drive the traffic with different keywords, uh, so we keep it like relevant for everybody and their interest. And yeah, I will say like as a best practice is to avoid all-in-one campaigns when you have too many objectives because that decreases your click-through rate. People get lost, lose interest, and they feel it might not be relevant to them because it doesn't go straight to their they want to go. And yeah, that's why we separated by goals, by interest, and by keywords, so everybody gets exactly where they want to be. And yeah, and that's one of the main things we do. Also, another thing that is as a best practice for Google Ad Grants is to use long tail keywords. That's saying like pretty much phrases. Like for example, one keyword that we use for collaborative is free art workshops in Miami, for example. And instead of saying art in Miami, or just art, because it will be too broad and that doesn't comply with the Google Ad Grant. And then we have um, the geo targeting terms like saying support Miami artists, volunteers in Miami NGO, and those things go to the local campaign. So people see, oh, this is close to me. I can get there. I want to be there. Like it's near me, because those are search terms that are relevant for people. Like near me events, it's always a good keyword to have. And yeah, another best practice is keeping keywords grouped by theme to ensure that ads actually match what we are trying to them to do. For example, if they want to do go to an event, we will send them to the event page and the headline will be only about events. And that way we keep the click-through rate high, and people see themselves like doing the action and pursuing the goal that you set it up for. And yeah, another thing is adding negative keywords. Like this is a best practice for all marketing campaigns, like exclude jobs, free images, Wikipedia, and we have like a huge list like of 100 negative keywords to provide irrelevant traffic because that will take um, some budget of our campaign, but also it will decrease our click-through rate because it might not be relevant for those people. And yeah, we try to keep it like as relevant as possible to increase our click-through rate. Another best practice is high quality ad copies. Include the keywords and head in the headlines so both people and Google see they are relevant. Google likes to have the keywords in the headlines so they ensure that we are actually promoting and saying and using the same keywords that and using the same structure for ad copy, keywords, and landing page so people can have a smoother journey to your landing page and complete the goal if they are, visiting a museum, if they want to join and be a volunteer. That will help us a lot with the click-through rate. Um, Another thing is to add emotion to the text and use a lot of call to action, like join today, support local artists, RSVP free, um, some keywords that are actually telling people like take action now. Those help us a lot to increase the click-through rate because people is gonna click and see your ad and it will catch their attention. As I mentioned before, we also run bilingual ads, English and Spanish both. Depending on your audience, if that work for you, that's perfect. Or if you want to do it in another language that is not Spanish or uh, I don't know, depending on your community, that's a possibility too. So you can get a fully customized ads to serve better your people. And another best practice will be to add extensions, and that will help you to increase more clicks. For example, for collaborative, we have site links that send you directly to donate, events, volunteer, and those are like the main things that we want people to do. So we add them as a side link, and that's our additional links that it goes along with your ad. And people see like kind of a variety of what you have, and they know what to do and what to expect. Then we have like the call outs, like saying 100% free or join us from everywhere is something online. And yeah, the giving like that incentive to people of what to do and how it works and how to get there, giving the things like straight where you want it to land. That's the best practice. And also, like, we would like to add a thing that is called a structure snippet, which is like a format of the programs that you offer, like art nights, online webinar shops, memberships, anything that you offer, you can add it as a catalog and people can select it from there. I don't know if you have any question from what I just shared. I know it's a lot at the beginning. Feel free to mute now. If you have any questions, I can pause and just let me know. Are we good?
Any questions, anyone? Now's your time. Oh, I think we're good. Look at that. Thank you, Janet.
Perfect. Sounds good. And let's keep on going. Perfect. So, what will be the best campaign if you have to launch today a new campaign? Let's say you submitted your information, you already got approved by Google. Now, what is next? Well, what I recommend as a best practice is to create a performance max campaign, and that's what we do. We collaborative as a best practice because a performance max campaign allow you to be on YouTube, display, search, discovery, Gmail, and Maps at the same time, all within one campaign, and that allows you to maximize your budget. And that way, within one campaign, you are able to serve your people in the different platforms because we know that people jump from one platform to another and we want to keep resonating with them and you want them to see you as much as possible. So if they're reading the news, you want to show them your ad in the in the news, in a display ad, in an image, or if they're watching a YouTube video and it's a segment of people that is might be interested in what you do and what you offer, they also can see your ad through an video, YouTube video ad, and so on. Like it doesn't have to be only that they're proactively typing and looking for you, but also can be more passive when people like that have similar um, interests that you share, like because we can target people by interest. For example, we target for collaborative people that have interest in art or interest in supportive NGOs or being volunteers. Those are our targeted people, and we customize it depending on the needs of every NGO. I also work for free speech, and they want to increase their awareness and be in the platform with as many people as they can and reach national audience. So they have a different campaign for every audiences, and that's something we can also do for everybody. Uh, then another best practice is having high quality ad copies that will include, like I mentioned before, adding the keywords in the headlines. That's a huge plus for Google. Um, yeah, adding emotional actions. I think I already mentioned this, but it's pretty much what we cover already. And then what it matters after they see your ads is where they're going to land. For example, for collaborative, Jim works on a specific landing page for every event that we have. Um, for example, when we have Give Miami Day, and it was something very important for her, and we created like a special landing page designated to send traffic there, and for anything, is a best practice so people can identify. We can drive traffic, the right traffic with the right keywords to the right landing page, because once they click on it, you want it to take the next steps, like even if it's like give donations, or if they want to be volunteers, or any actions you want them to perform, that's where they're actually gonna do it. So a landing page is always relevant to maximize that user experience, and to make it as easy as possible for them, because that allows us to have more people like joining the movement. And yeah, we always want to match the same message that we are giving on the ads. We want to make it match on the landing page. For example, if we're saying free art nights in Miami, the landing page, the call to actions will be an RSVP form, and we will add the same headline that we have in the ads. We will have it on the landing page. With the call to action, we will be the RSVP form. Avoid sending the traffic to the homepage. That impacts the click-through rate. As I mentioned, you gotta have 5% click-through rate and your quality score, because once people get to your homepage, sometimes they don't know what to do next, and that's when you lose uh, people doing their action, donating, or doing anything. That's why we recommend having a specific landing page for every campaign, because that way you can drive traffic easier and they know easily in what they're going to do next. Also, another best practice is to run A/B tests with the headlines, with the call to actions, with the side links, because sometimes people think that their campaign is not performing well, but it's maybe their headlines are not that appealing. Maybe they didn't add a call to action like book now, do the RSVP, or donate now, or any action we want them to take. We gotta say it, we gotta write it. Otherwise, we're gonna lose traffic, and our click-through rate will go down. Another best practice also is to post low performing keywords. Keywords are not that relevant to people. We don't want to use it because it will take your click through rate down. And we want to focus all the budget and those that are actually performing. And that's a generic like best practice for any marketing campaign, to focus your budget and what it works best, and pause the things that are not. And yeah, it's like super simple a step that sometimes people miss because they want to target all in once, but sometimes it fires back, and we want to keep the journey as smooth as possible for people. And yeah, lastly, it's super important that you monitor the search terms report and see what are the keywords winners, what to add on the negative keyword list, because on the search terms report, it allows you to see how people is looking for you, and you can add those keywords as your own keywords, or you say no, like this is not a keyword relevant for my NGO, so you can add it as a negative keyword, and that way you weed out traffic that is not relevant, and you actually focus on the people that matter to you. So that's a very nice strategy. Um, Results that you can expect for a nonprofit. I'm gonna share um, our story, our case study that we have with Gene and Collaborative. We have had like I think a year or more than a year working together, and it has been like a big difference for them. And yeah, we can replicate it for different NGOs. Um, the first things, it will give you more visibility for your event. Any event that you do, even if it's local or online, national, you can promote it through the Google Ads. Any program that you want to add, anything that you can imagine, you can promote it, and you can increase your donor pipeline. Now you don't depend on a specific marketing campaigns. Now with a $10,000, you are allowed to target nationwide, um, for people to come and help you from anywhere. Like you don't have to be limited by budget, or you don't have to be limited to your state, and that's a huge plus for every NGO. Improve engagement. Yeah, asking for people to sign up in your newsletter. Also, people who want to volunteer. Many like students have to, you know, are required to do their volunteer hours, and yeah, we want to be there and the search terms so people can find us and be able to help us too. um, in general, it will increase the impact for more people to support us and to reach more community and share our message like broader, just outside our community. We can say like nationwide if we can, why not? And that's the idea, reach out as many people as we can. Here we have some example of what we have done with Collaborative. When we started, they have 3,000 active users on their website. That increased very fast within the first few months, and now we see like a 32 percentage increase. Also with the views, how many people actually engage with their ads, we see an increase of 22%. And now that we're counting like events like donations and people signing into events, we have seen an increase of 19%. um, for the purchases, that counts for donations and also anything that people buys on their store, like could be like a t-shirt or a cup, anything that goes to the that actually counts to the donation and is a purchase and also part of the event, that counts as of the total of 9 purchases that we have seen like in the past few days, and that increased by a 12%. So yeah, that's kind of the results you can expect once you have a strategy and a campaign running. And here are like some examples of the bilingual ads that we also do, like running ads in Spanish, like saying different things, promoting the location. I think one of the things that where it was like more tangible, the change for Jean is like having more visits to their art studio, like weekly visits. Now she's more busy but more happy. And yeah, that's the
Yes.
impact
Yes,
that,
we have a lot of visits lately. Thank you for that.
yeah, I'm happy to help. And yeah, that's the idea, because we are not only targeting English speaking people, but also Spanish people speaking, and they are like a mix of both. And that's where we get volume and where we get momentum. I don't have like that's it for me. I'm not sure if you guys have any questions. I'm gonna send you with Georgine my calendar and give you a free 1 hour consultation to make it up for the rescheduling session. And yeah, that's it for me. Yeah, this is your time to ask me any question, and also yeah, we can meet on a 101, and yeah, that's there.
There you go. Thank you, Marianne. And yeah, I'll be sending out that information after this session so that you can book some time with her, one to one. It could be really powerful for your organization. Does anyone have any specific questions they want to ask?
I
Feel
think
free to
we
turn.
have, I
I don't
think
have a
we have,
question. I just wanted to say thank you for the overview. We're trying to get our Google for nonprofits up and running, and I think that this will be super helpful. So once we do get it I work at the Cortana Foundation. Once we get it up and running there, hopefully I'll be able to talk to you, Marian. But thanks so much for hosting this.
sure, sure. It's my pleasure to help you. And yeah, Jean will be sharing my contact information. If you need like support submitting the information, it's pretty easy and friendly. Submitting the information, I think it took us like 20 minutes, Jean, right? The very first
Mhm.
time.
Yeah, and then the back and forth. I will say the hardest part about having this grant and using it is, like you said, having that meeting their criteria to maintain the grant amount. I know that I've worked a few times before with this, and it's what you're doing. Excuse me, I'm fighting a cold, but what you do helps a lot.
I think what Jean was referring is to the 5% click-through rate that you have to maintain, because once you get the grant, you have to maintain it. It's not something is forever, but it works. If you work on it, it will be forever. But if you like go down to the 5 click-through rate, that's when you can lose it, and that's where we're trying to avoid through the optimizations and everything that we do to keep it relevant for people, and what we do to keep it relevant is creating like multiple campaigns, like with different goals, like one for events, one for national donations, one for local fundraising. And that's the way we keep it live and we keep increasing. Like I said, for collaborative, it's around 20% the click-through rate. So once you are serving different people with different objectives for your organization, it's when you get momentum, and um, that 5% doesn't become a pain or a stress to be meeting, because you are way above of it. So yeah, Rose, feel free to reach out to me. And all of you guys, feel free to reach out. Jean will be sharing my email information.
Yeah,
We will send my calendar invite so we can book 1 hour session and help you guys to get fully set up.
there we go. Well, if nobody has any further questions,
I put a question in the chat. Uh,
oh,
this is Janet. Is there a minimum to start with on how many active users you have already on your website to start for qualified to apply for the grant?
No, no. All you have to have is your paperwork for the NGO and a functional website that is .org, and that's the main two things that you need. The traffic is not as important at the moment, because that's what people wants to what Google wants to help you for. It's to achieve to reach out to more people. Maybe you have been like not having many users because you haven't uh, paid on ad spend, and that's what they're trying to fill the gap, like not asking for NGOs to spend their money on ads and offering that for free. The only thing that you have to do is be actively optimizing the account, following their best practices, so you can keep and maintain that Google grant.
Thank you. I'm not the marketing, or this is not my area. I am attending on request of my executive director as a board member of my orchestra, but we do have a marketing director that does our websites, and I plan to share this with him. And if there is a free one offered, he would be attending it, not me, because I don't. This lingo is kind of new to me. So I will follow up on that. But thank you very much.
and I'll add that we've recorded this session, Janet. So I'll share the link so that you can share this with your marketing person, and they kind of know what what the conversation will be about.
Oh, perfect, because I was taking numerous notes here. So I will send that link to him. Great.
Yeah, and we will also share my presentation and my calendar invite. Everything you will got it after the call. And yeah, it's my way to make it up for you guys for rescheduling, but here we are trying to make it up and showing up. But yeah, feel free to reach out you or your marketing person so we can have a chat and set it up. Yeah, and I'm here if also they want me, to audit what they have done and how they can improve. We can discuss it on the call. That's also another thing we can do. I don't know if you have any more questions. I will share the link also in the presentations with the requirements, but they are like pretty much like just having your paperwork, um, and yeah, having a website that is .org.
Mhm.
That's the main two things that you gotta
Yeah.
have to start.
And Marian, also Alina had asked that I share the link to the Google grant eligibility. So that's in there. And it's the start, right? It's the beginning. Find out if you're eligible and then you move on from there. So hopefully we've been able to provide quite a lot of information for everyone today. Um, Again, you'll get the recording, you'll have some follow-up emails from us about this. And if you have any questions about what Marianne has done for us, feel free to reach out. Again, it's just been game changing for just a little organization. So her support has made a huge difference. And it's just nice to know that we have access to that money and it's being used well in a meaningful way, right? So um is it I are we ready? Are we happy to say
Yeah, we're
goodbye?
good.
I think okay, great. I want to say thank you everyone for being here. Have a wonderful holiday weekend. And again, if you have any questions, you can reach out to myself or to Marianne. Thanks for being here today. And thank you, Marianne, for sharing your expertise with us. I really
My
appreciate you.
pleasure. You too.
All right.
My pleasure. Thank you for being here.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.